but to get rid of the ball. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's the handoff. Oh, better look out! He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Savage. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and...
Sprinting away! Oh, he's getting a touchdown, Tigers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by a field goal over Western Kentucky. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of... And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. And he'll work his way on the return. the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking for room, it's Savage. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They punted away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Got room to work. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. Caught near the sticks, it's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you gotta love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Gets away. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Auburn offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finding open areas. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Savage. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Savage. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Quick turning on the Jets. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
It's a seam wide open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quick strike complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on 3rd down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the pushbacks. But I love the defense, understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up 4th down.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He's got it down the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Red pass, it's complete. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
Oh, they're after him. Sets up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They're able to put a stop to that right at the 30-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check into the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The kick is on its way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Sooner offense returns to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game?
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing... They may be jogging off here soon again.
And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Davidson. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davidson. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They've got the screen set up. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their 1st sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the 1st down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up 4th.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And that is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin.